All right, 5.7, 96 Tahoe. Been dicking around with the timing for quite a while. When I first got it, it was off. Pulled the distributor, drilled the holes out because it wouldn't run the rain, fixed all that, which you all seen the videos on that. Now I'm getting the 1345 code or whatever. I uploaded the picture or the video earlier of it, and I just realized that I screwed up putting it back in. I'm one tooth off. Pretty sure it's just one tooth off. So we're about to correct that issue. Hopefully. If not, make it worse. Alright, so you see my little, no you can't see it, but timing mark. I painted it. And it actually was supposed to be up here a little further. See? It's actually down here. I needed it to be, well, you see the notch. Yeah, so kind of screwed up there. But since I'm just moving it one tooth, I'm kind of wondering if that's going to be a problem. And I don't know if that's the compression stroke or the exhaust or the combustion stroke. I don't know. We'll figure it out here in a few minutes. But basically, just want to let y'all see that. Pull the fan shroud. Tools you're going to need. I got this from Harbor Freight. Got a whole collection on one side's 12, one side's 13. 13 to remove the bolt on the distributor. On that side, it holds it down. 10mm in an extension to get the 2 bolts here, 3 here, and 2 on the other side off. A T20 Torx. I think that's the T20 as well, actually. I think they're both T20. But pull the distributor off. Alright, so you don't have to pull off all this crap. I just pulled the distributor off, left it hooked up, dropped down to the back. I unplugged coil pack and the little witchy jigger to it. You see well, my top dead center is off, so obviously that's going to be off, so I'm going to crank it a couple times to see if I can't get it to be top dead center. The point should be facing towards cylinder 1, which should be top dead center. And then I'm going to pull the whole distributor out because I'm also going to, no I'm not, I was going to replace this, but you know what, that's the new one, so I'm not going to do that. By the way, the distributor is brand new. It's not old. So I'm going to do that. Yeah. Just don't turn. Right. Couple taps. Couple more. Let's see where that's at. I got it a little too far again, I bet. See the damn thing now. I guess don't want to come off. Huh. So that's got to be the exhaust stroke then. That's weird. I'm going to pause this for a minute. Something else I forgot to mention. You'll need a 16mm ratchet. That's that way you can turn the crank to get all that lined up. Because if you look, I got my phone down here. It's now lined up, right? Good and lined up. Look, that's not. But it's been starting and running. First pull. It doesn't make any sense. That means they're starting on cylinders. Hell, I don't know, cylinder 7 probably. I think. Which ain't right, because I've been cranking over. But I also know that these have 2 marks, so you see this one. See how it lines that one up. I wonder if that was what screwed up last time. Hang on, just sit y'all down. That's all. There's no easy way to do this. You're just going to sit there for a minute. If I'm not mistaken, there's another timing mark. It might not be marked, because this was the problem I was having before. Ouch. Fuck, that's still ain't right. Just where this one had another double mark on it. There we go. Okay. Alright. I was not on the compression stroke. I just don't want to take the valve covers off again to see if both the lifters are up. That's another way to do it. You pull these off, but to do that you got to take all this crap off, and I really don't want to do that again. But if you look, I'm out of breath and old. So that's lined up again. And now, so is this. But the problem is it's one tooth off again. So now I got to pull all that out. Pause time. Something else I should have stressed when doing this. I know the video is going to be all choppy and crap. Disconnect your battery after you get it lined up where you need to. You don't want this crap to magically kick over or something. Somebody come by and kick it on. Alright, so here we are. I'm going to go ahead and crawl up in here. Set y'all on top of the intake. Grab my 13mm wrench. Now, they have special tools for this stuff, but J-Tree mechanics don't use all that, so there we go. Alright. Alright, you can see that 13mm. I come in from underneath everything. Take it from the back, turn it towards the front. Well, in theory, there we go. It's loose, so I should be able to finger tighten it. You want to take it all the way out. All the way out. Okay. Which I probably have it upside down too. Hell, I don't know. He was holding it. That's all that matters. Could have undone the plug already. Right? You can see it just the housing is turning free. I'm going to pick up on the housing. You'll see that it will turn that way on its own. I want to turn it, I go right with it, so if I turn it 1 tooth that way, that should put it more of where it should be, and it's not sitting straight down, so that's not right, because it should be pointing towards cylinder 1. It should be more right there. And where it was shit. Yeah, because if you pull the cap up, when you sit everything back on there, it should be sitting pretty much parallel here. See how it's parallel? And see, we've already marked it once. That's where cylinder 1 is. I've had to do this a couple times because something just ain't right. But see, I don't have it there, and the block is still lined up, so it should be sitting right here. So I'll take it up, just lightly turn it to where I feel it grab, and it should be right there. It should be cylinder 1, and it was down here, I believe. We'll go back and look at the video, but it's not sitting all the way down. Go ahead and show you. I don't know if I can actually show you. There we go. See how it's not all the way down yet? We already wiggled it around and all that, so they say you can bump the starter and get it to do it, but I'm worried about jumping time. So I'm going to put this back in without the bolt. And I'm going to finger tighten the bolt so that way it doesn't jump up, since we know it's relatively correct now. See? It won't come up. No matter how much I tug on it, it won't come up, and it's still sitting here. And yes, that's not a very good way to do that, but that's how I did it. And it works. So, complain all you want. I'm going back to the front of the motor, since I know that's correct. I want to hand turn this just like that, a little bit at a time. Put my togger back, and then bam, it drops right back in, right where it should be. And see, it didn't come up. It dropped straight down the rest of the way. So, give me a second. Oh. Now I know it's sitting where it should be. I'm going to go ahead and turn that. Verify it by pulling out the little finger that holds it. Oh, Jeezy Pete's. As you see, it's now sitting flush. Ta-da! Okay, I'm going to put you back up here for a second. It's probably not a very good view, but gives you a little bit more of a understanding where this stuff correlates to. And it's upside down by the looks of it too on your end, but you'll get the hang of it, or the gist of it. So I want that to be as parallel to that as possible. I still don't feel 100% straight, but I'm pretty sure it is. I'm just going to go ahead and snug that sucker down. I know there's probably other ways of doing this, and there's obviously better ways, but this is how I'm going to use the stupid word deduced, how I needed to do it, because, like I said, I've been having a hell of a time with this thing on timing. Even had a buddy take a look at it a couple times, and I'm doing the exact same method he did. The only thing we can think of is it was a tooth off. You see, everything looks okay-ish. It's not the best, greatest shape now. But go ahead and plug the sensor back in. That's the cam, crank cam sensor. Put that back on. Now these are not captured screws, so try not to lose these, because if you lose them, they're a pain. It's a pain in the ass trying to find them. I'm pretty sure I've got 4 or 5 of them dangling down there somewhere. And put your distributor back on. And this is the 350, the 5.7. I think I mentioned that already a couple times though. But I'm pretty sure it's the same for the 5.0. What is that? The 7.4, the 4.3. I want to make sure you get that sucker lined up. Okay, so make sure all these are still on. That was another thing I had a problem with, was they kept popping off, and I couldn't figure out why. They were just raggedy. I swapped a couple of them out. You should hear clicks. Make sure you plug in all your wires on your coil packs. Okay, so all that's back on. Coil packs all plugged back in. And then you got this here, which goes to your brake booster. It goes right on, crap. Goes up underneath. I think you all saw that. I hope. If not, write me. I'll let you know how to do it. I'll show you in a separate video. And yes, I know there's an old school oil can bolted to the back of that. That's because, well, the big canister busted off and we don't know where it went. So to stop the issue, ba-bam. And yes, it's missing a bunch of plastic crap, like the top of that's gone and all that, but it don't matter. I mean, it probably does matter to someone, but not to me. Alright, so everything's there, everything's good there. Obviously I'm not going to put the fan shroud back on yet, just in case. Put the battery back on. Where's that 14? Long story short, this is a long video for something so simple, but I screwed up. So, well, I'm not saying I screwed up on purpose or anything, but I don't know, something was off. And that there is the only thing I can think of, because we've already replaced the that sensor, the camshaft, and I keep getting the 340 code and all that. So there's that. I'll put back together, remove the dew, batteries plugged back in. positive pulled back because I don't want that to get caught up in the fan. And in theory, when we start this, no code will pop up. And the timing should be almost 100% perfect. And we'll plug the scanner back in right now. Alright, so let's go ahead and give her a shot. Woo! Started way faster. Alright. Yeah, running a lot smoother. Alright, let's go ahead and jump this. Woo! Smell that gas. Okay, diagnostic. And yes, I know this is an older scanner. This thing's probably as old as some of you are. But it's been functioning fine. So far we got there, what you seen in the first video. The 4 different codes I was throwing because I had it tore apart. Let's do live data. So far no check engine light. It was damn near like instantly, so maybe I fixed it this time and didn't screw it up again. Complete data sheet. 3.5 load, 105 degrees. Mass airflow is 4.5. Rolling at about 700 RPM, which my gauge says 1,000, so I knew that was off. Spark Advance still says. See, I don't understand if that's supposed to be for, you know, because they say you could be +2 or -2. But see, this says Spark Advance degrees. Oh, but you know what? We're also not at 2 grand either, so let's clear some stuff off the engine here. And let's grab a zip tie. Hang on, pause you. Alright, I zip tied that to there. AC don't work anyway, so I zip tied that back just so they get caught up in the fan shroud. Moved everything off. Let's get up in here. We'll put her at 2 grand. Well, that didn't sound right. Huh. Alright. Well, something's wrong. Oh, the fan shroud. Well, I'm going to end the video there. Personally, I don't think my code scanner actually does the correct positive or negative deal. I'm going to have to look into which code scanners will do that, give me a better layout. I mean, like I said, this thing's from back in 2000 something. Let's see here. Oh hell, it's not even on here no more. I mean, it's old enough it takes that USB to update it. Okay, so it's older. It barely worked on my 08, so it's old. It still works for me though. It tells me what the hell's wrong with my trucks. Also, I got an ABS light on, which I wonder if this will do the ABS on this. US vehicles, GM, gangster mode. Yeah, this will do up to 2013 after it got updated, so yeah. Not T6. Saturn. Huh. Alright, well, let's see if Chrysler. Oh, wow. Let's see if they'll let me have a 97. Look at that. Fourth or fifth.